there, Mouseketeers! Welcome to the Disneyland Beat, where our toes tap to a Disneyland drum.
And we always whistle while we work.
Dole Whip, glorious Dole Whip, that ambrosia of Adventureland.
Today we explore the history and home of one of the most beloved Disney park snacks of all time.
Come on into the parks with us as we present the story of the Dole Whip.
Like, subscribe, and stick around.
Disneyland is your land.
Come seek an adventure into your pirates, eh?
Made the jump to life speed.
Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm TC. You know, there isn't much that is more Disney than enjoying a Dole Whip at the parks. They are a cool, airy, tangy, frozen delight, and it seems like they've always been available at Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room.
But, in fact, the history actually only goes back to the gnarly, bodacious 1980s. The Hawaiian Dole Food Company developed the Dole Whip as we know it in 1984, and soon after started serving it at the Tiki Room Juice Bar.
Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room opened in 1963, and its first sponsor was United Airlines. Tropical juice was always available in Adventureland since the beginning at a counter service location called Sunkissed, I Presume, which was behind what is now the River Belle Terrace and next to the now defunct Adventureland Shooting Gallery. They had orange juice, of course, but also a tropical concoction, the Jungle Julep, and it was a hit in the early days.
In 1986, Disney opened the Tiki Bar right in front of the Enchanted Tiki Room, offering juices and blends, little knowing how perfect a fit its next sponsor would be.
The Dole Company assumed sponsorship of the Tiki Room in 1976, and it started selling its trademark pineapple juice and pineapple spears to thirsty and hungry guests at the Tiki Bar on their way to see Jose, Pierre, Michael, and Fritz.
A couple of years after developing the Dole Whip, Disneyland began sales of the Dole Whip and the Dole Whip float in 1986. It has since grown to be a popular park dessert that can be gotten at every Disney park in the world.
The Dole Whip used to be dairy-based, but for the past decade or so, it's become well known for having an entirely vegan recipe with natural food colorings and flavors. And it really stands out from the Disneyland menu for this reason. It offers a lighter frozen dessert option.
Of course, the original Dole Whip is pineapple flavored. However, for some time now, it also comes in other delicious flavors like orange, strawberry, lemon, raspberry, and mango, all of which are now served vegan. Dole is often experimenting with new flavors.
However, it was not until 2018 that Disney started to offer any regular additional flavors. First at DCA, the adorable Snowman Treats opened, offering lemon-flavored whip.
Snow cone?
Based on some funny potty humor from the first Monsters, Inc. film.
No, don't worry. It's lemon.
It has since offered additional flavors and is currently serving mango, though they call it non-dairy soft serve here.
And later that same year, Adventureland debuted its new dining location, the Tropical Hideaway, which has room for a number of different ice cream machines and usually has 4 different flavors on the menu. At the moment, they're serving cherry, mango, pineapple, and the new watermelon whip.
Dole Whip is a fairly simple thing to make. It comes as a dry powdered product that needs to be mixed with water in an ice cream machine, and that's really about it. Recently, Disney released a recipe for Dole Whip online that involved blending ice cream and pineapple juice. But this is not what you're getting in the park. The soft serve that comes out of the machine has a ton of air whipped into it at just the right temperature to get that classic flavor.
So how did Disney make this product so popular? Even Dole wonders at how Disney managed to create such popularity that it has devotees and many hundreds of clothing and product lines. We have 2 theories. One is the perception of exclusivity, and the other is the genuine Imagineering genius of pairing not only sights and sounds with the theming of parklands and attractions, but also scents and tastes that turn a snack into an experience.
What we mean by perception of exclusivity is that Dole Whip really isn't that hard to get a hold of, but it just seems like it is. All the Disney theme parks and the Dole Whip plantation in Hawaii have it, but it's also licensed out to venues across the country. We can get it at our local zoo, but in LA County you can find it at Dodger Stadium, Menchie's, or Lollipop, and East Coast frozen yogurt and ice cream chains like Sweet Frog and others.
Not only that, you can buy the powdered Dole Whip mix on Amazon and at other retailers, and if you don't have an ice cream machine handy, a food processor can get the job done too. But despite its availability, it has long had a sense of exclusivity inside Disneyland. One way Disneyland does it is by only offering it at a single unique location in the park. It really would not be that hard for Disneyland to have Dole Whip all over the place, but instead, they make everybody go to a single location.
Even now, with it being served at the Tropical Hideaway as well as the Juice Bar, it has intentionally been put together, we think. And over at DCA, Adorable Snowman's Treats is the only place you can get Dole Whip soft serve in the whole park. So you have to trek to Pixar Pier if you want it, or Adventureland.
For over 30 years at Disneyland, one small counter location has served pineapple-flavored Dole Whip and Dole Whip floats. It only has 2 serving windows, and for the longest time, many people missed that there was a second one, so the lines were often long. At some point during those 3 decades, Disney could have expanded the capacity, but they didn't. And we think that's an intentional choice that contributes to a perception of exclusivity.
But perhaps what really makes the Dole Whip synonymous with Disney for so many, and the reason any trip that we make to Disneyland seems incomplete without one, is the experience itself. Imagineering and Disneyland has a way of combining flavors with their themed locations, so much so that they become one holistic, immersive experience.
When I enjoy a Dole Whip at the local zoo, it reminds me of Disneyland, and I enjoy the moment, and it tastes good. But somehow, when I'm actually at Disneyland in the lush Hollywood jungle of Adventureland, smelling the many rivers of the Jungle Cruise, sitting on the Tiki Room Lanai, enjoying the wonderful pre-show, it just tastes better.
The flavors of a tropical Dole Whip seem to meld together with the detailed theming of the location, and finally our imaginations, to create an experience that becomes indelibly etched in our memories the first time we try that tangy sweet Dole Whip. And personally, I think we chase that moment again and again when we return to Disneyland.
There actually is science to back this idea up. The University of Haifa recently published a study that suggests that the same food has the potential to not taste the same in 2 different locations. If we are savoring and enjoying a new experience, our mind, specifically our hippocampus, is more open to enjoying new flavors and creates more positive taste memories. And Disneyland is really good at creating positive memories.
And it influences every trip we take. We know that in Adventureland, on the lanai of Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, there is a magical pineapple moment waiting for us. And we love that.
There is one more thing to talk about: adult Dole Whip drinks. There is one more location at Disneyland to get a Dole Whip, and that is over at the Tangaroa Terrace and Trader Sam's by the Disneyland Hotel.
Here you can only get the original flavor, but you can order your Dole Whip float with a splash of rum, which is really dreamy. And right now, you can also get a model Jungle Cruise boat full of frozen dessert and enjoy it poolside.
In the same theme, over at the Adorable Snowman Frozen Treats, you can get tequila and lime chili tahini topping mixed with your Dole Whip of choice, and we appreciate having these cocktail options too. They are really tempting and tasty.
Well, that's it for today from the Disneyland Beat. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you real soon, Mouseketeers.
See you real soon.
Oh, pardon me, senor. That whistle was for the food. It looks quite deliciosa. I have seen some strange acts come through the Enchanted Tiki Room. One group didn't sing any of the songs. They just